Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. It's 6:32 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. So the markets are open at this point. So let's see what's going on. All right, BitcoinDelivery.com got more for you there. Looking at FinViz, I don't think we're quite seeing the market open there yet. Okay, so it's not reflecting that yet. Anyway, maybe it'll catch up. Looking at Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours, we're at 6.6 billion, down 21%. That is a big dump recently in volume. What's going on with that? Right now, we did have that dump, a pump and a dump a day or two ago. And we really have not, since we went to the bottom of that, we really kind of gone nowhere. We're just ranging sideways. People are trying to long and short it. I'm seeing a lot of smaller buys this morning, and buys and sells. It looks like the whales are trying to push the market around a little bit this morning. So beware, we're seeing volatility. Wow, $3.6 million buy right there. Woo-wee, that's big. Anyway, definitely looks like the whales want to make it do something. So watch out. The whales are stirring the waters, okay? Looking at longs and shorts on Binance, where the big volume is, no matter what anybody says. Longs are 66% and shorts are 33%. Rather, Illuminati split there. And wow, for Ethereum, 66% long, 33% short. Definitely a long bias with Illuminati representing there. Looking at coin market cap here, looking at the top 20 exchanges, only a couple are in the green. We'll see how that rolls. Definitely a low volume day for spot trading. It might perk up, but it's not extraordinary at the moment. I'm going to refresh this here. Live Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin coming in at 67,728. I'm starting to see a lot of the top 100 alts turn green and make some moves. This is rather interesting. WorldCoin's doing really well. WLD, Celestia, TIA, Injective, INJ is oftentimes a perky one. It's looking pretty good, and Shiba Inu is making a little bit of a move today. Interesting. Okay, Chainlink is up a little bit, so I think we're starting to see a little bit of excitement in the alt market. Now looking at Bitcoin, it's the 15-minute chart. I want to look at this just because, we're getting a little bit perky this morning, a little bit of a push, but then it came right back. Looking at a 45-minute chart, we're still below the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. 4-hour chart, we're holding about the 200 and the 314. How are the indicators looking there? Yeah, you know what? It's just straight up a sideways day. Bitcoin's not doing much of anything. So if nothing else, if it does hold this nice, sideways flare, like right there, if it can kind of hold that, like we could look at, is it just kind of ranging sideways? You can kind of look at this if you want. You can kind of see it like, this is kind of a whale zone, slight upwards nature to it. We could pull more time in. We could have a daily chart. Daily chart. Let's look at the daily MACD. Daily MACD, look at that. That's one thing right there. A lot of algorithmic traders and also day swing traders that MACD is about to cross negative on the dailies. So as it approaches that and as it actually happens, we'll definitely see a down day for Bitcoin. So anyway, get your dream limit orders in if that's the way you do things, or if you're a shorter. If I had to do something today, I would short Bitcoin. That's just my take on it. Not financial advice, but that's what I would do. It just ain't happening today. I love my Shiba Inu, SHIB, USD on Coinbase, SHIB versus USD. How's that looking? Look at that. It had a beautiful run up a little while ago, looking at a daily chart. It was in a descending wedge, and boom, and it broke out to the positive side. How's that MACD looking? It just broke positive in the right spot. Let's look at okay, so it made a nice little run. Now it's giving it back. This, I wouldn't quite call that a pump and dump, but I mean, it made a move and it's given it all back. But I would say that Shiba Inu, if it is its time to do something, let's go back. Let's go here, and just do a little fib on it, and I would just keep an eye on it. What is it actually doing? Let's see if this works a little better. Let's go way down here. How's that look? Is it making a .5 bounce? Let's look at the indicators. No, I don't think so. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. And let's go down to where we broke out of that wedge for a fib sequence. Or even you can go all the way back to here if you want. And what's happening there? Hard to tell. But I'm going to watch this. It has broken out of that downward, out of that descending wedge, and that can be a powerful thing. Candles by Sam are kicking on because 3 candle bodies in a row are negative, so it's definitely giving a lot back here. Indicators looking pretty good on the 4-hour. Definitely a lot of volume came in, big volume came in and pushed it. Let's see what it's going to do. This is definitely not by chance. This is deliberate. Somebody's making this happen. Or a lot of people are making this happen. So let's watch SHIB. I'm going to keep this one up. I think SHIB could definitely, let's let it retrace. It pushed hard. It's dumping hard. Let's see what it does. Wouldn't surprise me if it did like a .5 bounce or a .618. Let's see what happens. It has broken out of a long time descending wedge, and that's kind of exciting. And we could even, if we want it, do a fib sequence, go way back to the beginning of that descending wedge and go to its high spot here. Make the screen a little bigger, and look at that. It pretty much went down to a 618 bounce, golden pocket bounce. Now it's moving up, and it's challenging the .5 on the daily, and it wicked above it. So let's keep an eye on this one. I'm feeling a little bit sparky about this. I think SHIB could be SHIB versus USD could be an interesting alt play while the markets are very volatile. So trade at your own risk, do it your own way. But I'm keeping my eye on SHIB. I like what I'm seeing here. All right, we'll keep looking at that. Other than that, let's look at gold and silver now. Dollar strength index here, top left, is beginning to make a move off the 200 moving average. I think if we get a rate cut the beginning of next month, which that's the rumor mill is mostly pointing in that direction. If the Fed does a rate cut, dollar strength index is going to pump. It'll crush gold, crush silver, and probably crush crude, maybe depending on what the world is doing, which is kind of what the bankers, what the empire wants. So they'll probably get what they want. Gold and silver have been on an upwards trajectory overall in the daily. Today's kind of a sideways day, but it's still very young in the day. Crude oil, and one thing I wanted to mention here, and I have found a way that I can trade crude futures, and I'll be doing that some in the mornings, maybe live streaming that with Robert over at Blockchain Education. I just got to work out my mornings where I can get up early enough to truly trade that market open, and we'll be just live streaming that, so people can hop in and party, because we're all about making money as long as it's ethical. I wouldn't invest in a company that made landmines, but I don't mind doing crude oil futures. Anyway, so crude it made kind of a move off this support that it's had a hard time getting above. It's challenging the 200 moving average, getting above it there on the daily. And why might that be? So why I'm very interested in live trading. I'll be sharing that with everybody. And when the NASDAQ opens, when the market's open, because I do think that oil is interesting. Because look at this. Missiles pound, bulk carrier, and chaotic Red Sea, Brent crude moves higher. So definitely, I think that watch out for that $130 barrel of oil coming if this continues. So anyway, take care. I'll see everybody tomorrow.